Anyway, so today I'm going to be sharing with you guys the books / series that I really need to read in 2017, because I'm looking at my pile right now and there looks like there's a lot. Why? Why are there a lot? I don't understand. Why? The first series that I want to read is the Mistborn series by Brandon Sanderson. Look how pretty this cover is. Oh yes, the UK was blessed with the beautiful covers. Because we never are, but look at the beautifulness. Look at it. Oh, this is book 1, The Final Empire. I don't have any of the others, but I am determined to read this trilogy this year. I know I said next year, oops. I just know that there's something to do with eating medals or something. I don't know, but I just really want to read this series, and why haven't I yet? Robin Hood, I know of him. I used to call him Robin Hood. When I was at university, for the entire 3 years, I would eye up these books. Never bought one though until I left uni and was like, I'm going to finally read this series. I haven't, and I still only have the first one. So sometime this year, this trilogy will be read. And they're going to look so pretty on my shelf because they're so pretty. The next one is also a trilogy, at least I believe it's a trilogy. And I'm pretty sure the last one is coming out this year. And that is The Great Library by Rachel Caine. I'm just so ashamed I didn't read Paper and Fire last year. I'm so ashamed that I didn't. Why? I bought it the day it came out and I just haven't read it, and I'm very ashamed. I did read Ink and Bone back in 2015 and it was so good. It was so different to all the other sort of fantasy dystopian books that you get, and I really enjoyed it. And then I bought book 2 and I haven't read it, but book 3 is supposed to be coming out this year and I'm going to just marathon it. So yeah, and Rachel Caine is my favourite author. I've met her 3-4 times now, and I've got this one signed, I think this one's signed. This series is about the Great Library of Alexandria, and if it didn't set fire all those years ago, and what sort of would it be like today if it was still around. I believe it is set in our present day, not any sort of future or anything or whatever, and the first book was so exciting and I just need to read this one. I'll get round to it, and if I don't, you can punch me in the face. Don't actually punch me in the face. The next one is also a series, and I did start it last year and I'm going to finish it this year. I don't feel as guilty about not finishing this one, and that is the Lunar Chronicles series by Marissa Meyer. I read Cinder last year and it was one of my favourites of last year. I have a video on it, on my favourite books of 2016, which will be linked at the end of the video, because that's a thing. Finally figured out how the end screen and annotation things work, haven't I? Oh yeah. As soon as I finished Cinder, I did buy Scarlet, but I just haven't read it, and I'm going to read it this year. And if Scarlet is anything like Cinder, I know I'm just going to go through it and fall in love with it, hopefully. But yeah, I'm hoping to get to this series soon. Hopefully soon. The next book is Carry On by Rainbow Rowell, and I am so ashamed that I have not read this yet. I bought this the day it came out and I have not read it. All I know about Carry On is that it is the fan fiction that Kath writes in Fangirl, and that's all I know, and there's a lot of feels between Simon and Baz. I don't know anything about it. All I know is that it's the fan fiction from Fangirl, and I'm just like, oh, I'm so excited. Rainbow Rowell is a contemporary author, so for her to write a fantasy book that is a fan fiction she created, I'm very excited to read it. I just haven't. I'm very ashamed of myself. But I will this year. What does the inside look like? Oh, there's a map! There's a map! The next book is the first book of a new series that came out last year. The second book's coming out this year, and I wanted to read it the day it came out and I didn't. And that is Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare. Oh god, Damn it. This is book number 1 of the Dark Artifice series. Book number 2 comes out this year, and it's got like, the cover's grey and it's got the dude on the cover. I don't know. All I know about this book is that it's not a continuation, but it follows on from the Mortal Instruments series, and it follows, what's their names? Emma and Julian in LA. And we did meet those in Heavenly Fire. I think the reason why I haven't read this yet is because I want to reread the Infernal Devices series and then Tales of Shadowhunter Academy and then read this. But I'm still ashamed that I haven't read it because logically I only need to read Tales of Shadowhunter Academy to read it. I don't know why I wanted to read a whole 3 books, then another book before reading it. But I will read it this year. I'm determined. If you are curious, I have book talks at all the Mortal Instruments books, which I'll leave the playlist down below in my book talk playlist. Oh yeah, that's a thing. The next book is the last book of a trilogy, and that is Career of Evil by Robert Galbraith, or for all of you guys out there, J.K. Rowling. I will still call you Robert Galbraith though. So I have read The Cuckoo's Calling and The Silkworm and absolutely loved them. I just haven't read Career of Evil. And I don't even have an excuse, I just haven't read it. I don't think there's going to be any more books in this series yet. But I found out that BBC and HBO are teaming up to like make these into mini-series. Like, I think they're going to be like mini-movie sort of things. And I'm like, well, if they are going to do that, I need to read this book before that shit comes out, because then everybody's going to end up reading them all. If you are wanting to get into the murder mystery sort of genre, but you don't want to read Agatha Christie, I'd go for this. And I'm not just saying that because it's J.K. Rowling, because I didn't realise it was J.K. Rowling when I first picked up The Cuckoo's Calling. I just thought it was Robert Galbraith. But I would suggest picking up the series. I can't suggest picking up this one because I haven't read it. But The Cuckoo's Calling and The Silkworm, I didn't guess who did it. I didn't know. And then when it was revealed, it's like, oh yeah, that makes sense. So I'm hoping to get that feeling with this one. But I don't even know what this one's about. So finally, this next one is sort of a challenge that I have set myself for the year. And that is to finally read all of Rick Riordan's books. There are a lot of books, and I feel ashamed that I haven't read them all, because he was like one of my favourite authors when I was 10, maybe 11. Can't remember how old I was when Percy Jackson came out. I was just like this big. And I'm ashamed to say I haven't finished the Kane Chronicles. I've read the first 2 books, so less ashamed of that. I've only read the first book of the Heroes of Olympus series. I have the first 2 books of the Magnus Chase series, and I have Trials of Apollo, which I didn't bring down with me. I don't know why I haven't read this one yet, because the only link to this and the Percy Jackson series is that Magnus is related to Annabeth, or something like that. But I'm just so intrigued by this series that I haven't read it yet, because I wanted to read all the series in an order, even though these are just, I've bought them and I haven't read them, and look how cool that cover is. Oh. I have just finished rereading the Percy Jackson series, and I felt like a 12-year-old again. Actually, 15-year-old. It finished around 15. That's the thing. Was it 14? I don't know. I was a lot younger than I am now. So hopefully I will at least have read most of them by the end of the year. I don't know how many I'm going to have read, but I think if I can finish the Heroes of Olympus series, I'll be happy. But I'm determined to read them all this year. The year of Rick Riordan! So there you have it. They are all the books that I am aiming to read in 2017. Oh, thinking about it, that's a lot of books. There's a lot of incomplete series there. Especially the Rick Riordan thing. F me. Why? Why do I care about reading so much? Let me know in the comments below, what are your plans for reading in 2017? Like, do you have a set goal of certain books you're going to read? Or are you like, just, I'm going to pick up a book and read it? And that is all for today's video. If you did like it, then click the little thumbs up button. And if you are new to my channel, there's a subscribe button down there or on the end card with some funky music on it. Yeah. And I shall see you soon with a new video. Yay! Bye!